What's up? How you doing? Here I am with my daughter Amanda.
Hi.
Sunday night. Weekend is over once again. It's like we're stuck in
a
loop, yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again.
Until summer or until a break.
We're stuck in the loop forever.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember it being the weekend when I was a kid, and it's still the weekend, and then it's Monday again, and then Tuesday. So anyway, tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about Rod Stewart. So we saw him live in Vegas, Caesar's Palace, a few years ago, and sounded really good, the voice strong. He was even kicking the soccer balls into the audience, and he's got a good kick. Old guy now, but he could kick good, better than a karate guy. So this album made an impression on me because it came out when I was a kid, and this is another one that was being played a lot during my time in school. It's Blondes Have More Fun. That's the front, and then the back is that. So the song on this album, take it out of the plastic there, give you a better shot of it.
Why is he covering her eyes?
I don't know. So,
or are those just some random people he met on Wish?
No, I think he knew her. So anyway, this album contains the hit single, Do You Think I'm Sexy? And that song in those days, that song in those days was played everywhere. Everybody was playing that song. This was a big tune on this album. And so I didn't know anything about this cover. I just knew the song because they played it so much at my school. And one day we went into the teacher's lounge. I don't know, we went in there to do something. I think we have snacks or something, teacher's lounge. And over by the sink was this album. There was a little table by the sink away from everybody. And this album was yes.
I'm gonna go get something.
Okay.
It's for the video.
So anyway, this album was by the sink on a table on the left-hand side there, and me and my friend Mike went over, and we were like, "Wow, look at this! Fascinated with this woman on the cover. You know, she's got her leopard jeans on, or whatever these things are." And we were fascinated, and we were talking about, look at how good she looks. And while we're having this conversation, I turn, to leave. We're done with the conversation, so we get ready to back out. And who's standing right behind us, like literally about 1.5 feet behind us? My teacher. And he's listening to the entire conversation. And we gave him one of these looks, like, what do you expect? So, but anyway, that song, I don't know if you could see that, but that song was big. I mean, it was big. Later on, and he's very young looking here. I mean, the hair still looks the same today, but he's a lot younger looking, obviously, because it's been many years. But anyway, so the other thing is that years later, he ended up getting sued for that song.
Why?
And because some Brazilian, and he lost in court. So apparently the guy had a valid point. Anyway, so some Brazilian singer, producer, or songwriter
didn't like it.
said that the music to "Do You Think I'm Sexy" was taken from a Brazilian song. So Rod Stewart, I don't know if the new prints of the CDs actually have the other guy's name on the credits, but he ended up losing in court. But the song is awesome, and I'm not going to show you what's in here, but there are people on bicycles riding their bikes, and that's what it is. It's a picture of people on their bicycles. So they're all getting ready to race, like that movie I was talking about a while ago, Breaking Away, which is one of my favorite movies.
Can I show something?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
What do you want to say?
I want to show what I got today.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
So I got this cute little cat, you can put its legs up so it can sit its arms up. And it's a very soft little cat. And then I got this teddy, this small teddy. And then I got these stickers, which I'm not going to show them all because there's a lot of them, but I'll show you my top favorites. So this coffee one, this plant panda, and then where's my other favorite? This explore one. So these are stickers, and that's what I got today at an antique shop, in which they had really nice items. So yeah.
So we're gonna talk about one more album, maybe two, but we'll go as they come.
Wait, we have so many.
So this album was massive. It's one of the biggest albums ever, and it's called "Born in the USA" by Bruce Springsteen. Everybody knows this album.
Born in the USA.
Right. So
I know that song even.
very popular front cover and back, very similar.
Maybe it has like different stamps.
So this album, when it came out, it was massive. I mean, it had these are the singles: "Born in the USA," "Cover Me," "I'm on Fire," "I'm Going Down," "Glory Days," "Dancing in the Dark," and "My Hometown." I mean, Springsteen was already big at the time when this album came out. Now he's in his mid-30s, and he became even bigger with this thing. So what happened was he wrote all these songs, recorded this album, and then played it for the head of Columbia, Walter, what's his name, Yakov, or I can't think of his last name. Walter,
Something.
I want to say Cronkite, but it's not. It's Walter Yakov, maybe, something like that.
That sounds like a very mean name.
Yeah. Anyway, so he heard the entire album, and he told Bruce Springsteen, great album, but you need to write one more song. What? I can't think of his name. I got to get the name right there. Yakov. No, it's not Yakov. Walter. All right, we had to take a pause over there for a second. So it's Walter Yetnikoff. I was close. So he heard the album, and he said, this is a great album, but you're missing one song to kind of unify the album. And he told Springsteen to go do one more song. And Springsteen said, no, I'm done. I'm all done with the writing part and recording. I'm done. This is it. And Walter Yetnikoff convinced him that he needed one more. So Springsteen went back and wrote that one more. And that became the biggest hit of his entire career to this day.
It's like he was some like psychic that he knew that was gonna happen.
Right, and the song is "Dancing in the Dark," with that cool video where he's singing up on stage, and then when he says "Hey Baby" at the end of the song, after he says "Dancing in the Dark" 4 times, right after that he says "Hey Baby" and grabs Courtney Cox out of the audience and dances with her. It's I don't know what he's doing, something like that. Great video. The song ended up going to #2 on the top 100 Billboard charts there. #2. And what kept it out of #1? Prince, "When Doves Cry." "When Doves Cry" in the summer of '84, that song was so powerful that even without a bass, did not have a bass in that song, but even without a bass, it could not be knocked out of #1 spot for a long time. So as a result of that, "Dancing in the Dark," which would have gone to #1 had it not been for "When Doves Cry," remained in the #2 position. And I don't think Springsteen has ever had a #1 song. But anyway, that's a great song. Good singing on that. Like his voice, it sounds very, very good. He sounds like a good singer on that. So, "Born in the USA."
Born in the USA.
Right. Born in the USA, a lot of people thought it was a song about, you know, we're patriots and things like. It's more about the Vietnam experience and being born in the USA and what comes with it. Okay, so the song "I'm on Fire." Weird lyrics on that. I mean, your mind goes some other place. I don't know if he intended it that way or whatever, but "I'm on Fire" is a bit strange lyrically. It's a short song. It was released. Great video. He's a mechanic, and this hot lady shows up from the hills, and she comes and drops off her fancy car, and he does a repair on it and fixes it, and then instead of her coming down to pick it up, he drops it off at her house and puts the keys in the mailbox. Cool tune. Good singing on that. The let me see here. So basically, after everything was said and done on this album, they released another single, which I didn't think would be released. So, you know, so sometimes you don't see it, but they released "My Hometown," which I love that tune. It's such a good song. The lyrics are great, and "I'm Going Down," very simple song, very catchy. "Glory Days," another one. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 or 8 songs were released off of this album.
That's a lot for like a album. It's very nice though.
And here he is inside.
Can I see? Why did I imagine him like looking like that for some reason?
No, he looks like a small guy. He looks like a guy right here that I could fit in my pocket. You know?
Oh, so he's this small.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. I mean,
like a quarter size of a baby.
And then in the back, Clarence Clemens, who passed away a few years ago, great saxophone player and a great singer. I've heard him sing, and he's a very good singer. So, Max Weinberg, man, you can't touch him on the drums. Very good drummer. I remember when the Born in the USA tour was going on, they had an interview with him, and I guess the shows were 4 hours long, and they would show him taking his hands and putting them in ice water because of the pain of pounding all night, 4 hours a night. I never got to see Springsteen in those days. I never got to see him after those days either, and I hope one day I will see him live. One thing I don't want, though, is I don't want him getting up on stage and giving us a speech on politics. I'm not interested. I just want to hear you sing. You want to tell some funny stories about your career, about your experience in life. That's fine, but don't be passing out free books. You know, I'm not interested.
And especially if you bring your kids there.
Right.
Because then the kids are going to learn about politics, and they're going to speak to it in school.
Right.
And then you're going to get in trouble.
So, and I was thinking, you know, in those days, when this album was finally done with all the singles, I was thinking, wow, there's a lot of pressure now. You have to do a follow-up to this. And you don't want to do anything crappy. And people say, oh, man, this album is horrible compared to Born in the USA. But I will say that in some ways, the Tunnel of Love, which came out in '87, is even better than this album here. Good quality songs on that. And I will tell you another thing. In those days, I was a bus driver, and the song "Brilliant Disguise" was constantly on the radio, and I had the radio going on, you know, not too loud, but a little bit. And that song, when I was doing that job, was always on the radio. "Brilliant Disguise." So when I hear that song today, it reminds me of the time I would drive a bus. Anyway, great album. It was basically this one and Thriller at the time, and obviously the other one that I mentioned previously, Purple Rain by Prince. That is another good album. The song Purple Rain, the way it builds, you know, you could feel the emotion on that. So I'll put that in there.
When did Thriller come out?
Came out, what, in 82, 83? Right around there?
Was it like Halloween time?
No, I don't know the exact date. I have to...
Oh, yeah, it's like in October or something.
So, yeah, that. And I may talk a little bit about the next one. Oh, hold on. There's a little extra thing they have in here, too. I forgot to mention it. So this is the single, the 45. I don't know if you can see that. Glory Days. Glory Days. And then on the B-side is Stand on It. I don't know what that is. I don't think I ever heard that one. I have to hear it, you know. But anyway, it's written by Bruce Springsteen. It almost reminds me of something from Happy Days. Sit on it. This one you stand on it instead.
Oh.
So this is what 45 used to look like.
It's so tiny, huh?
Yeah, well,
Why is it so tiny?
it's a 45.
What's a 45?
Look at that. Still has the price on it. 99 cents for this.
Wow, I feel like now it costs like $1,000.
Yes.
Because nobody wants to give that away for 99 cents.